And welcome to softball game 2. Tampa taking on Auburn Montgomery. Last night Tampa faced a 5-0 defeat here at home, a shutout in Super Regionals. Gwen McGinnis had a little bit of a rough start. Mariah Gayhouse came in and was able to shut down Auburn Montgomery bats, but unfortunately Tampa did not get the bats going. So we're going to set the table here for you. Tampa must win to force a Game 3. Obviously, Auburn Montgomery wants to win this game. So if you're Coach Canner early in the locker room this morning, you're telling your team, let's get dirty, let's get nasty. Let's play a little playoff softball. We're going to go out here and win the inning and force that Game 3. If there is a Game 3, it should be roughly 45 minutes after the end of Game 2. Looks like Chelsea Newman will be taking the mound or the circle for Auburn Montgomery. Lily Keister, Fantone, normal 1 and 2, followed by Russo for the Tampa batting order. As the first pitch goes a little high. We saw yesterday Auburn Montgomery keeping the ball on the inside of the plate to Lily Keister and Fantone, which was a little different than what we've seen, and they're taking the slap away. Shows bunt. That one goes down the middle for the first strike of the game. So really, if you're Tampa, you're going to take this one inning at a time. You really want to win the inning. You're not looking to win the game first inning of the game here. You want to win each inning. So that one clips the corner for strike 2. Going to have a 1-2 count to Lily Keister here. Tampa going with the white top and the black bottoms. And Auburn is going with a two-tone gray and black with the black pants. As we're going to have a 2-2 count to Lily Keister here. That one's going to miss the corner. Auburn thinks that was strike 3. Tampa says that's going to be ball 3. We're going to have a payoff pitch to Lily Keister here to start the game. 3-2. Little pop over the infield to get Lily Keister on board. And if you're Tampa, that's what you want to do. You want to come out here and set the tone as you're the away team, even though you're here at Tampa. So you want to press the issue pretty early in the game and show that aggressiveness if you're Coach Canner. So that's going to bring up Lauren Fantone. Bunt offered. No take. That's going to be ball 1. Looks like we're going to go to the bread and butter of Coach Canner, get him on, sacrifice him over, and let Russo and Galehouse bring him in. Great sacrifice bunt by Fantone right there. So that's going to bring the third baseman, Alexa Russo, up. Had a pretty quiet day yesterday. Now you have one out, and Keister's out there on second. Russo would like to bring her home and really press this issue. That one's going to be blooped in the foul territory, out of play. 0-1. Checks the wristband. Here comes the offering. That one's going to be skied up into the infield. No problem at all for the first baseman. It's going to leave 2 outs. Mariah Galehouse coming up to the plate. The Tampa captain, the veteran. Pretty sure she's going to be a Tampa Softball Hall of Famer. That one's right down the middle. Morale gets a good look at that one. She's going to be ready for the next one if it's down the middle. Going a tad bit inside. That's going to bring it to a 1-1. Auburn thinks that one clipped the front corner of the plate. I'm not going to argue. That one's going to be skied right over the infield. That's going to bring Lily Keister in. No throw. Tampa's going to take an early lead. First inning. Mariah showing a little emotion right there at first base. So that's going to bring Tampa 1 run across to start the game. And honestly, that's how you need to start this game out after the shutout of yesterday to really set the tone here. It's going to bring up Kenna Kreidler, the catcher, with the hidden power. That one's going to stay off the plate. You're not going to get anything for free with Kreidler at the plate. She knows her strike zone. She will not give you anything. That one's going to come right down the inside. Here comes the 1-1. That was right down the middle. Kreidler was all over that one. Caught the bottom part of the baseball. Had it timed up pretty well. Going to bring the count 1-2, 2 outs. Gail House is on first. Tampa 1-0 lead. They are the away team. One's going to be chopped. That's going to be ruled fouled. That one's going to be floated up high. Bring full count, 2-2 to Kreidler. She is no stranger to running a count up full. She knows her strike zone. That one's going to be off the plate. Ball 4, slide into 2. She was safe at second. Ball got away. Mariah Gehouse takes third on the dropped ball. Real close play. Umpire rules it safe. Big heads up play right there as that's going to run the count full for Kenna Kreidler. Coach Canner being aggressive. And honestly, there's no other way to do it. This is do or die if you're Tampa. You're going to take everything you can. Auburn fans not happy about the call. Nonetheless, Mariah's still standing at third. So as we get reset here, Kreidler's going to take the box on a full count. She would like to drive Mariah in. Blue foul out of play. So we're going to have a redo on that. As that one bounces off the top of the dugout. Chelsea Newsom in the circle for Auburn Montgomery. Changeup going to be popped up. Looks playable. And caught. As Tampa strands Mariah Gehouse, they do bring home Lily Keister as a 1-0 starting the game. As we be right back here after these commercials. And we are back for Super Regional play. Tampa taking a quick lead in the first. Mariah Gatehouse, as she is taking the circle. No surprise there. Coach Canner putting the veteran. Showing bunt. Does offer. Tampa playing the bunt as they got caught a couple of times yesterday. Another offer. That one's going to stay up. 1-1 count. Does not look like any changes in the lineup from either team from yesterday. Chop to Russo at third. It's going to be ruled foul. That would have been a really close bang play at first. Absol was playing way up, had to get back. So Tampa might have gained one right there. Mariah Gatehouse taking the circle in the do or die game. As you want to extend the season, you're going to put your best out there. Slap right to Russo again. Going to take the easy play to first. Way to get Chloe Baines out. I mean, she has been a rock star for Auburn Montgomery. I lost my stat sheet somewhere, but she was a Conference Player of the Year. Showing bunt again. No attempt. Going to be ruled a ball. Yeah, Chloe Baines, GSC history career of a batting average of .430 over her stint in college. Mariah Gatehouse working herself to a 1-1 count. Infield still playing in, protecting against the bunt. Showing bunt, gets it down. That's going to be foul. Would assume the bunt play will be taken off as that would be a strike 3 if it would roll foul again. Chopper over to shortstop. Easy throw to first base. Gets Frank out at first. That's going to bring up the catcher, Lexi Love. So as Gatehouse has taken the circle from her normal position in right field when she's not pitching, that puts Devin Hammonds as her normal replacement in right field. So Auburn Montgomery here with 2 outs. That one's going to fall off the front of the plate. Looked like the same pitch that Auburn Montgomery fans were not happy about. They weren't arguing that one. Change up, same location. That was a great pitch, just did not catch the corner. 2-0 count. And that's what you're going to see from Gatehouse. Big time fastball with a dirty changeup. You're going to see a lot of weird swings off that front foot. Stays on the outside part of the corner. She wants to get that front corner. That's going to be a 3-0 from Gatehouse. That one's going to find the... No, it's going to stay high. That was over the plate. So Kenna Crowder's going to go out, talk to Mariah. Hey, let's forget about that at bat. Good locations. Let's go get the one at the plate here. So Lexi Love finds herself a walk. That's going to bring up Rebecca, the shortstop. As Tampa going with the white uniform. And Auburn Montgomery with a two-tone gray and black with the orange letters. Finds Russo's glove off a hopper to first. No damage done. Easy to get out of that jam right there by Gatehouse. That's going to bring up Abby Solt, Devin Hammonds, and Kate DeSimone in the top of the second after these commercials. And we are back live in Tampa. Tampa, the away team, wearing the white. Auburn Montgomery, the home team. Abby Solt leading off. That's going to be chopped foul. So Tampa in the first inning, Lily Kieser was aboard. Fantone moved her over, and Mariah Galehouse was able to bring her home. Mariah Galehouse was able to shut down a little momentum by Auburn Montgomery as she allowed that walk. Looking for another crooked number on the board, if you will. Checks the wristband, going to get the 1-1 offering here. That one's going to be skied up into the infield, should be playable. And that one is caught by the shortstop, Rebecca. That's going to bring up Devin Hammonds, replacing Galehouse out in right field as she is taking the circle. We'd like to see them put a little more minimum up there, get a base runner or two, a little more pressure. As that one's going to be floated in the zone high. Checking the dugout, checking the wristband. That one does not catch the plate. Auburn Montgomery believes that the plate should be a little wider as both the same style of pitches have gone consistently for each team. So, I mean, you really have to ask for consistency, and that's what you're getting. That one's going to float right down the middle to Hammonds. It's going to run it 2-1 or 2-2, I believe. That one stays off the inside corner. The strike zone is a little tight. He does not give you the front part of the play as that one falls 3-1. Checks the wristband, 3-1. That one goes low. So Hammond gets aboard. Got a little bit of a speed threat coming up with Kate DeSimone as she is playing the DP role. When she is normally not pitching, she is usually playing the DP role. I call her the crafty veteran. She seems to get on base quite a lot, but it's usually not pretty, and that's all it is. As that one stays off the front part of the plate, that one's going to be a ball as well. So we are seeing that the strike zone is being squeezed, but it has been consistent even to Mariah Galehouse. We're going to have a little conference on the mound. Catcher, hey, you got to give me a little more on the plate. Let's calm down, refocus. Let's go get this. So we're going to check the wristband. 1-0 offering to DeSimone. That one's going to stay high in the zone, but it covers the plate. 2-0. You do have a speed threat in Hammonds over at first. Wonder if there's going to be any action. How aggressive is Coach Kaner going to be? That's going to be a 3-0 count. Maybe a little rattled after that. DeSimone, I would imagine, has the red light here. That one's going to be right down the middle. I would assume DeSimone's going to have the red light again. Might see a run and hit. That one's going to be chopped right to third. Got the out at second. Going to get the one at first. They do. They get the double play. As DeSimone is hustling down the line, they do get her at first. So Tampa does strand one at first. It is going to be a 1-0 game as we go to the bottom of the second. Auburn still looking for their first hit against Morale Galehouse. After we come back, we'll get you set up for the bottom of the second. So leading off in the bottom of the second will be Lexi Bullock, the right fielder. Morale Galehouse in the circle. That one's going to be a fastball pumped up on the hands for a strike. So viewers following at home, it looks like we're having a little issue with the live stats we're trying to get going for you guys. I'm trying my best to help you guys follow along as my partner is over at Tampa doing baseball at the moment. So we have a 1-1 count. That one's going to be blue but caught. Hannah Yetter, second base, was able to get that one. Easy retirement for Galehouse. And once again, the stage has been set for Tampa. You win, you get to play game 3. You lose, the season's over. So that's going to bring a 0-1 count to the first baseman, Meredith Kelum. 0-2. Morale Galehouse getting ahead early, 0-2, as she normally does. That one's going to be a little high, maybe a little outside. 1-2. Auburn Montgomery. So it looks like our live stats are back up, as that one's going to be a 2-2. Auburn Montgomery still looking for their first hit of the game. They did have a base runner on a walk. That's going to be low and outside. 3-2 count. Way to battle for Meredith. Galehouse would like to go right here. Real aggressive. She does not walk a lot of batters. And that's going to be an easy out at first base. That was a changeup. Got her on the lead foot. Not able to really bring the power through the hands right there as you're off balance. So that's going to bring the designated player up, Faith Wheat. That one looks a little low, as Faith Wheat was looking for the slap. Infield moves a couple of steps in. That one's going to be slice foul, just out of the reach of Russo. Almost was able to get that one out of the air right there. Tampa going with the high striped socks, a little bit of a old school look, if you will. That one's going to float it way up in the zone. Going to bring that to a 2-1 count. That one's going to be a little low. So as we've seen, Auburn Montgomery pitcher, the strike zone has shrinked, and obviously it has shrinked on our Tampa side as well. So that's going to be a 3-1 count. And that's going to be a 4-ball walk right there. So Faith Wheat finds herself on first base on a rare walk by Gail House. That's going to bring up Ariana Machado, second baseman. That one's going to be right down Broadway, a little extra on that fastball. I don't think Gail House is too worried with 2 outs with the runner. Gail House coming with that fastball again. That one was up on the hands. We're really going to challenge Machado there. So 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Little dribbler right there. Going to be a little flip play to first, and they get out of the inning. So they strand one again. Still looking for their first hit, 2 walks. So we are coming to the top of the third, 1-0 Tampa. And we'll be back after these commercials. And we are back, top of the third. Hannah Yetter, Kenzie Reynolds, Lily Keister going to be coming up to the dish. That first pitch finds the zone. As we have seen early in this game, the strike zone is a little bit tight. So it's going to be a little hitter friendly. That one does not take the corner off the front. She has tried a couple of times, and they just will not give her the front corner. 1-1 to Yetter, the second baseman. That one's going to be a little high. So if you're Coach Canner, before the game, you're telling your team, let's win the inning. You came up 1 out, or 1-0, and you've matched everything since then, so you're doing a good job. Big cut by Yetter, misses the fastball down the middle. 2-2 count. That one was kind of like a bowling attempt. That kind of hit the dirt about halfway down. That's going to bring the count full. That one's going to stay up high. Hannah Yetter finds herself a walk to lead off the inning for the Spartans. That's going to bring up Kenzie Reynolds. My bad. Lily Keister. So it looks like Coach Canner going back to the motto, get one on, no outs, let's bunt them over, manufacture a run. As that one's going to stay out of the zone. No attempt. So 1-0 offering. Offers again. Does not go. It's going to be 2-0. So we have a 2-1 count. See if the bunt's still on. No attempt. It's going to stay out of the zone. 3-1. So Chelsea Newsom trying to battle herself through this at bat. She does not want to get 2 on with no out. Tampa would like that situation. Great sacrifice right there. Moves the runner over. That's going to bring up Lauren Fantone. Little conversation at the plate, seeing what she saw, give a little information. So you have 1 out. Runner on second. Fantone's up. See if you can't manufacture a run here. That one's going to find the zone. That one's fouled straight back into the screen. Going to be 0-2 count. Fantone would like to move the runner over, have a productive out, if not better. Fouled straight back into the screen. Going to have a redo. That one's going to be blooped up into the outfield. Should not be a problem. No advancement on the runner. Caught by the left fielder, Haley Ann Frank. That's going to bring up 2 outs for Alexis Russo. Infield playing pretty straight up, as I would expect. Outfield takes a couple of steps back. I want it up on the hands of Russo, and that one's going to be fouled straight back. Check in the dugout, going to check the wristband. That one's going to be smacked into the gap. It's going to get down. It's going to bring the run home. Russo on her way to second. Going to have a stand-up, 2 out, 2 out RBI double. Great job of hitting right there. So Galehouse getting a little run support. Big time hit by Alexis Russo. It's going to bring up Galehouse to see if she can help her own calls here. Tampa's two-way player. That one not going to find the zone. We've seen a couple of really close calls, but they've gone the same way for both sides. It's going to be a 1-0 count. That one up on the hand is going to be fouled, and it's going to be out of play as it rolls off the net. So Gale House will face a 1-1 count. As we get set, we're going to have a 1-1 count. That one's going to be upstairs, about eye level. That one's inside. Way to get out of the way so you don't get plunked by that one. 3-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second. And that one's going to be about ankle height. So Gale House will trot down the first. That's going to bring up the catcher, Kenna Kreidler. 2 out, 2 on. And as we saw in the regionals, she does have some hidden power. She also has some unmatched plate discipline. So Tampa threatening here. Change up, does not find a zone, does not get the front corner on that front foot. Maybe a little low. That one's going to be a little low, but covers the plate. Two-0 count to Kreidler. We're going to have a mound visit by Auburn Montgomery, kind of settle things down here as the strike zone has shrunk. Kind of go over the game plan here. So Tampa baseball in the regional won their first game yesterday. They play later today at 5 o'clock as long as everything goes on schedule. Taylor and Jack will be calling the game as usual. And I will be here at softball. So Tampa in the first inning, Mariah Galehouse was able to drive home the run. And Alexa Russo with a 2-out stand-up RBI double. That's going to be a good breaking ball, but does not find the zone 3-0. And I would imagine Kreidler has the red light here. And that one's going to be a high strike. Kreidler was fixing to take off the first. It's going to be a chopper to third, gets the force to get out of the inning. In the Tampa threat, Alexa Russo, 2-out double RBI, brings Tampa to a 2-0 lead. As we're going to the bottom of the third, Gale House will take the circle, and we'll be back here in Tampa after these commercials. And we are back here live in Tampa. Tampa to a 2-0 lead as Auburn Montgomery still looking for their first hit. They did have 2 base runners by walks, which is rare from Mariah Gelhaus. And that one's going to get in for their first hit over the head of the shortstop. Little commentator's curse right there. So that's going to flip the line up to the top. Chloe Baines shows the bunt, offers. So it's going to be an 0-1 count. So Auburn with a chance to get a little momentum as that one is not offered and stays up high. Probably looking for the sacrifice here. Chloe Baines, career great hitter. That one gets down. Russo's going to get the out at first, moves the runner over. Great sacrifice, almost beat that one out. So that's going to be runner on second, 1 out for Auburn. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Haley Ann Frank. Showing bunt. And that's going to be a strike as she pulls the bunt back. That one's going to be blooped out there. No problem for Lauren Fantone in left field. Going to bring it to 2 outs. Mariah Gelhaus making quick work, as she normally does. Runs a pretty high up tempo in the circle, as normally Tampa does. If you're Tampa, you need to win the inning, because then you win the game. Mariah calls time. She's going to get a little reset here. So Tampa must win. That's going to be chopped right back to Gelhaus. Little flip over to first as they get out of the inning. Auburn Montgomery strands 1 at second. They do get their first hit. They are kept off the scoreboard, and Tampa coming into the top of the 4th, 2-0. And we'll be back in Tampa after these commercial break. And we're back here live in Tampa. Abby Solt to lead off for Spartans, as that one's going to be a ball. We have Solt, Hammond, and DeSimone due up. Tampa pressing the issue for, I believe, what would be a coin flip would determine home and away for Game 3, as that one's going to float to zone for a strike. Busy day here on campus for UT. Tampa baseball will be playing at 5 o'clock if it's running on schedule. Jack and Taylor will be calling the game as usual. I will be over here calling softball for the if necessary game, as we have a 2-1 count to Abby. I was going to stay up 3-1. The Auburn Montgomery fans getting a little restless with the strike zone, but nonetheless, it's been the same on both sides. That one's going to find the inside part of the plate. So that's going to bring a full count, payoff pitch. As Chelsea Newsom has really done a great job so far, only allowing 2 runs and 3 hits. And that's going to be a walk. Abby Solt to lead off the game, or lead off the inning. And Devin Hammonds, the right fielder. We have looks like a pinch runner going in for Abby Solt. It's going to be Joey Trawick running for Abby, as I'm sure Abby Solt will be re-entering at first. Coach Canner gives the sign. I'm going to assume Coach Canner wants to be aggressive here, lead off walk. Let's move the runner over, sacrifice, do the motto, manufacture something here. So as we get all the signs and the paperwork done, we're ready to resume game. Shows bunt, does not, and it's going to be a strike anyway. Corner's playing real far up. Gets the bunt down, perfect bunt, going to get the lead runner. Just a little too hard on the bunt. So they get the force. So Hammonds finds herself on first. That brings up Kate DeSimone, playing the DP role, as she may be Game 3 starter, depending on the pitch count of Mariah Galehouse, as that one's going to start the at-bat with a strike. Going to be fair. Safe at first. Kate DeSimone tattooed that one down the line. What a stop by the third baseman to not allow advancement of the runners, as that was guaranteed extra bases down the line, possibly into the corner. So Tampa luckily sneaks out and beats the throw down the line, which could have been a double. So that's going to bring two runners on for Hannah Yetter. That one stays out of the zone. Third baseman playing a little in front of the bag. Maybe expecting weak contact to the opposite side. That's going to be grounded to the second baseman. Flips over to first, gets the second out. Moves the runners over, so you do have a good productive out. So runners are going to be on third and second now. And we're going to flip the line up to the top. That brings up Lily Keister, the 1-2 leadoff punch. Lily Keister and Fantone as she is sitting on deck. I would assume a single into the outfield possibly scores 2 here, at least 1. That one's going to be up the middle. It's going to find a hole. They're going to send the runner from second. Throw is safe as the catcher drops the ball. Lily Keister finds herself at second off the throw. So 2 out, single, 2 RBI. So that's going to bring the Spartans score to 4-0 in the top of the fourth. So that's going to bring Lauren Fantone to the plate here. Big time hit by Keister up the middle, just out of reach of the shortstop. As that one finds the dirt down low. And that one's going to hit Fantone right off the elbow shoulder area. She finds herself down to first base. Doesn't look like she's hurting too much. Nonetheless, extends the inning, 2 outs, brings up Alexa Russo, who had a big hit earlier today. A 2-out stand-up double RBI. As we're going to have a little bit of a... Well, we're going to have a pitching change. So Newsom's day is over as they're trying to build some momentum, try to change the way of the game. And we'll get the info on the new pitcher as we come back from commercial. So we're back here after the pitching change. Auburn Montgomery bringing Avery Dickerson into the circle as Newsom's day is over, surrendering 4 to the Spartans. Dickerson coming in with a 2.69 ERA, a 2.0 win-loss column, and 7 appearances. As that one's going to find the corner for a strike. As we see the Auburn Montgomery pitchers, they check the dugout, then they check the wristband, and then fire. That one's going to be popped up dead center field, no problem, as Auburn Montgomery gets out of the inning, but not after surrendering 2 runs from Lily Keister, getting one up the middle. And we are coming to the bottom of the fourth as we get the due up when we come back from commercial break. And we're back. Bottom of the fourth. Tampa commanding 4-0 lead. Galehouse in the circle. Elimination game. Rebecca Commerce leading off for Auburn Montgomery. As that one does not catch the corner. We have seen the strike zone be pretty tight, but it's been on both sides. A shot past Russo. So Auburn Montgomery finds their second hit, a leadoff hit, and a rocket past Russo. As she is looking at her hand. She might have a little stinger or something. So we're going to take a second, make sure she's all right over there. I don't know if that hit her or not. It didn't look like it after the ball went past her. So Russo's going to walk it off a little bit. She's going to take a couple of practice throws, make sure everything's working right. Feels good. Give her a little time to shake that little stinger out. Glad to see she's okay. So Auburn Montgomery's going to bring up the right fielder, Alexi Bullock. Leadoff runner. High chopper, gonna get through the infield, and it's gonna get past Fantone, gonna move the runner up. So a fielding error allows the runners to advance to third and second. No outs. Auburn Montgomery with a situation here. So we're Kenneth Kryler in the infield is going to come up and talk to Galehouse. I don't see Coach Canner coming out. I think this is more of a, hey, shake it off. They got lucky. Hey, let's pay attention, make our plays, do the fundamentals. I don't really see Coach Canner taking out her ace. But now you have no outs. Sacrifice to the outfield will score one. A base hit scores two. As I would assume Auburn Montgomery is going to be in full send mode if it's a ground ball to the outfield. I want staying off the plate. Big time lead off or secondary lead from the runner at second. You got to be careful. Kenneth Kryler will throw it at you. Showing bunt. Takes the bunt away. Interesting play. Doing the squeeze play. So now you have a 2-0 count. You showed possible squeeze play here. Pulls it back. Going to be 3-0. Mariah finds herself in a hole here. She's going to have to battle. Shows bunt. Takes the bunt away. That's going to be a strike. 3-1. Auburn Montgomery being aggressive. Possible squeeze play. I would expect Mariah's going to go right at you here. That one does not find the plate. So Auburn Montgomery has bases loaded. Coach Canner walking out to the circle. You have no outs. I believe you're going to talk over the defensive position, our possible plays, what our game plan is here. I don't foresee Galehouse coming out. She's the one that has got you to the Super Regionals. In a do-or-die game, you're going to put your best out there. And she's the workhorse of Tampa. Best case scenario for Tampa is coming out of this with no runs, but realistically, you would be happy if they came out with 1 run against them. So infield playing in. That one's going to be sliced down the left field, foul. Galehouse, not really too worried about it. She went right after her. So that's bringing up Faith Wheat. Bases juiced. No outs. Caught. And she had the runner dead to rights at second, but Yetter was not covering the bag because she was playing in and more of covering a possible bunt play. So she was nowhere to be found in that region. Good job of just holding the ball, not forcing an error. Galehouse has 1 out. That one gonna be low. That one's fouled off to the left side. As Russo picks it up, going to toss it back to her pitcher. It brings up Ariana Machado. The bases are juiced for her. 1 out. This is a high leverage situation. That one's going to be high. It's going to be 2-1. That one's going to be caught. Play at the plate. And she is out. What a throw by Fantone out of left field. Throws an absolute strike and laser to Kreidler to allow Tampa to come out of here with 0 in the perfect situation. What a play. Fantone saves the day for the Spartans as we come back to the top of the 5th. A 4-0 lead, which could have been a 4-1 lead. But we will be back after these commercial breaks. So we are back, coming to the top of the 5th. The bases were juiced. Mariah Galehouse was able to get 1 out. Lauren Fantone gets the fielding out and throws an absolute laser strike to Kreidler to end the inning, and a fly out double play keeps the shutout alive as Mariah Galehouse comes up to bat. You're going to have Galehouse, Sweet, and Hammonds. And Dickerson still in the circle, taking over for Newsome, as her day, I believe, would be over. May see her in Game 3 if Tampa pushes. Mariah Galehouse chops it over to second. Going to be a close place at first. They throw her out. That was a bang-bang play. I'm not sure about that one. Coach Canner a little animated. I'm not sure about that one. We don't have instant replay, and we can't argue with City Hall. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Kreidler, making a great catch and tag. That one's going to be floated in high. So Tampa has done a great job of winning the inning. And that one's going to be high again, 2-0. Auburn Montgomery checking the dugout, checking the wristband. Nasty breaking ball, falls low though. 3-0 to Kreidler. Fastball taken high. 4-pitch walk for Kreidler. It's going to bring up Abby Solt. Her chance to shine here. That one taken over the head of Solt. Possible command issue as we have 5 straight balls now. Tampa's dugout's getting a little loud over there. That one taken ball 6. And the Auburn Montgomery fans have kind of quieted down after last inning. That's going to be ball 7. Going with a little Texas A&M baseball tradition. And that's going to be ball 8. So Solt finds herself a 4-pitch walk as well. Trouble brewing for Auburn Montgomery as this game could potentially get out of hand, and if you don't get something to happen here. 2 on, 1 out. Infield playing, the corners are playing in. And that one finds the backstop, bounces off, but the runners advance off a wild pitch, and that will be ball 9. So that one was slightly offline there, but the runners advance. Infield still playing in. Checking the wristband. And that's going to be ball 10 in the dirt. I would assume a mound visit will be coming as we call time. Try to get something dialed in here over the plate. Trouble brewing for Auburn Montgomery. I don't see anybody in the bullpen. It looks like somebody just popped up and started throwing in the Auburn Montgomery bullpen. Get a little mound visit. Hey, let's throw the ball over the plate, let the defense take care of it, and you guys got to go hit for me. So we're going to have a 2-0 count to Devin Hammonds. 1 out. Runners were on first and second, had a wild pitch. They advanced. And that's going to be ball 11 high. So possible situation, she could walk the bases loaded here on 12 straight pitches. Tampa has not taken the bat off the shoulders yet. And that's going to be ball 12. Walks the bases loaded. So Tampa in the driver's seat here. essentially has cruise control on. I would assume Kate DeSimone is going to have the red light until they get something over the plate and prove that you're going to give me a strike. So trouble quickly brewing. Bases are juiced, 1 out for DeSimone. That's going to be ball 13. And that's going to be a strike. So we ended at 13. So we're going to have a 1-1 count to DeSimone. And that's going to be high, about eye level for DeSimone, going to a 2-1. The umpire said no, did look pretty appetizing, but did not take the bait. That's going to bring it to a 3-1 count for DeSimone. I would assume the red light's going to be on. As you see a pitcher struggling with command. Don't want to give him a free out. That's going to be a strike. Big time strike, works herself full. So a 3-2, 1 out, bases are juiced, nowhere to put her. And that's going to be inside. So Auburn Montgomery walks a run home. That's going to bring up Hannah Yetter. And we're going to have a, looks to be like a pitching change. Oh, nothing's happened yet. Guess we're just going to have a conference on the mound. So it looks like the conference is over. There's not a pitching change as we saw some players entering the field from the bullpen. At the same time a conference was happening. So they're going to stick with Avery Dickerson as she has the bases juiced. And Hannah Yetter up to bat. That one's going to fall low out of the zone. That one's going to find the outside corner. Strike one, 1-1. You know, Yetters would like to make an impact here. That one's going to float the zone high. 2-1 count. That one's over the head of Yetters. She ducks out of the way. A snap throw to third. Runner is safe. That's Abby Solt at third base. A big swing and a miss. Full count for Dickerson. Full count for Yetter. Dickerson facing some command issues. Would like to get an out here. And she records the strikeout. 2 outs. So Tampa threatening here. That brings up the top of the order Lily Keister, who had a 2-run RBI single and advanced off the throw in the top of the 4th. And that one's going to be right down Broadway, taken for strike 1. Yeah, if you're Tampa here, you would like to get another 1 or 2. I believe they would need 3 more for the run rule. As that one's taken outside. 1-1 Lily Keister here. Almost feels like the pace of the game has slowed down to a crawl all of a sudden. That one's going to stay off the plate. Lily Keister looking for the slap as that ball was away, but it stays off the plate. Lily Keister grooming the batter's box there. She gets ready for the 2-1 offering. Slap right into the glove of third. They're going to get her at first, and Auburn Montgomery is going to retire the side. They do walk in 1 run on a walk. They get out of a bases loaded jam. So Tampa is going to come to the bottom of the 5th with a 5-0 lead. Gail House will return to the circle and give her chance another inning of winning winning softball, and hopefully push the issue to the coin flip, I believe, for Game 3. We'll be back after these commercials. So we're back, bottom of the 5th. Gail House floats that one to the corner. That's the first time we've seen that call. Auburn Montgomery was not happy about that. But nonetheless, Tampa has a commanding 5-0 lead as Gail House floats that one for a ball, 1-1 count. Little slicer down the line, going to be foul. Abby Solt trying to make a play on it, but out of reach. Going to be a 1-2 count. Gail House in the driver's seat here. So here comes the offering. Going to be slice foul left field, out of play. So we're going to get a redo 1-2 count here. So Jasmine Sneed going to take that for a 2-2. Her last plate appearance, she made it to first base. And for Auburn Montgomery, you need base runners right now. Hot shot to Russo. She drops the hot pizza. And that's going to allow Sneed to make it to first again. They get the leadoff runner. And if you're Auburn Montgomery, you're going to need a lot of base runners right now to press the issue and close the series out. But that's going to be a hard-pressed issue with Gale House in the circle. So that's going to bring up Chloe Baines. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Gale House giving a little extra zip on that fastball. That's going to be chop foul. No easy out here for Gale House as she's facing one of the best in Gulf State Conference. It's going to be chopped up the middle, looking to turn two. They get the first one at second. So Sneed is out of second. Baines makes it on the fielder's choice. 1 out. Brings up Haley Ann Frank, the left fielder. As she has grounded out and flied out. Looking for the bunt attempt, no offer, 1-0 count. Auburn Montgomery caught Tampa sleeping a few times yesterday on bunt plays. Tampa's ready this time. As out of the reach of ranging Russo, third base, she's had a little bit of work over there today. A couple of hot pizzas. Was able to snag one. Showing bunt, pulls it back, gets the bunt attempt, going to be foul. So Gale House advances to a 1-2 count. I would assume the bunt play is off. As Auburn Montgomery needs base runners. Chopper to the shortstop. Going to be easy play at first. The runner advances on a fielder's choice. That's going to bring up the catcher, Lexi Love. 2 outs here for the Spartans. So Lexi Love, her first plate appearance, she was walked on 4 balls, and she grounded out her last plate appearance. Mariah Gale House going straight down Broadway for strike 1. Gale House is a pitcher that loves to be aggressive, get that first pitch strike. She likes to work from ahead. That one's going to be floated to right field, and that's going to be the end of the inning. Auburn Montgomery strands a base runner. So that's going to bring us to the top of the 6th. Tampa Spartans in a commanding 5-0 lead. 2 innings to go for Game 3. Or does Auburn Montgomery have a different narrative as we return after these messages? So we are back here at the University of Tampa. Lauren Fantone to lead off as she had an amazing play in left field to really take the wind out of the sails, per se, of Auburn Montgomery with a catch and throw him out at the plate, with Auburn Montgomery having the bases juiced. Fantone was hit by a pitch on her shoulder arm area last at bat. Other than that, she, I believe, is 0 for 2. As she is looking at a 2-0 count. Fantone Keister, top of the order, 1-2. As that one's floated out to left field. Going to be caught by Frank in left field. But Keister and Fantone kind of playing a double leadoff position, batting 1-2. That's going to bring up Alexa Russo. She was the one that kind of got the party started. That's going to be flied out of play into Auburn Montgomery bullpen. Alexa Russo had a double RBI in the third. That one's going to be upstairs about eye level, working even. That one's going to be around the feet, 2-1 count. Have a stoppage of play as we get the foul ball back, as she gives it back to the umpire behind home plate. She steps back in the box, ready to resume business. Line drive to right field for Russo as they try to get her at first, but they do not. The throw is late. Hard hit ball. So Russo records her second hit of the game. 2 for 4 for her. Good day. They're going to give her a pinch runner here. So it looks like Daisy Watterson will be running for Russo on first base. That's going to bring up Mariah Galehouse to the plate. 1 out, 1 on. As she looks to help her cause. She has pitched a great game in the circle. That one's going to stay inside. Ball 1. Start the at bat here. We'd like to see how aggressive Coach Canner will be with this pinch runner. I wouldn't assume too aggressive. You don't want to give him free outs with a 5-0 lead. That one's going to stay down low. That's going to be ball 2. That one's going to be grounded to third. They get the runner at second. They do not get Galehouse hustling down first base. So they get the lead runner. Galehouse will reach on the fielder's choice. As Galehouse will have a pinch runner. Number 23, Abby Johns, will be taking over the running duties for Galehouse. So, Johns taking over the first duty at first. Kenna Kreidler going to step in the box here. As that one comes for a strike. 0-1 count to start. Kreidler going to be 1 for 3, but she has had 3 great plate appearances to really battle. That one's floated, and it's going to be down low. It's going to bring it 1-1. That one's going to be inside, 2-1. That one's going to be shot just outside the foul line, so we're going to have a 2-2 count here. That one's going to be right off the backstop. Wild pitch, no throw. Runner will advance. So we're going to have a full count payoff pitch here. And that's going to be ball 4. Kreidler takes her base down at first. So that will bring up Abby Solt. Two on, 2 out. 5-0 lead. That one stays down low. 1-0 to start the count. Quite a momentum shift from last night's game, as Auburn Montgomery finds herself in the same situation as Tampa did, essentially, as that breaking ball finds the zone, so the count goes even at 1. As I look out to the parking garage, looks like our Tampa Spartans tailgating crew is up there again. That one up by the face mask. That's going to be a 2-1 count. Got the umbrellas out there, a little warm today. 92 on the thermometer. Here comes a 2-1 offering. That one's going to find the zone. That was a good breaking ball in the outside corner there. So that's going to bring the count even. Breaking ball high and outside. Count goes full. That's going to be high up to left field. Should not be a problem for Frank. And that ends the side. Tampa strands 2. As I would expect Russo and Galehouse to re-enter. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th with Tampa leading 5-0, trying to close it out for the Spartans as they need to get 6 more outs to push Game 3 later today, following roughly 45 minutes after the game. We'll get more information as we get closer, but we'll see after these commercials. And we are back live at the University of Tampa. The Spartans need 6 more outs to advance to Game 3. Does Auburn Montgomery have a different narrative in mind? And Mariah Gatehouse going straight at him, gets the first strike. That's going to be a foul. It's going to be an 0-2 count. Rebecca Comers, the shortstop. Mariah Gatehouse in the driver's seat, 0-2. Fastball up high. That brings up a setup changeup that's going to be a little lower in the zone if she goes with it. Stays with the fastball, fouled off. As Gatehouse gets a new ball. We are set for the 1-2 count. Change up. Going to be floated out to center field. And that is caught by Lily Keister. That's 1 out. 5 out to go for the Spartans. So that brings up Lexi Bullock, the right fielder, as she reached in the 4th to first base. That one stays low. That's flied out to center field. Lily Keister tracking and caught. 2 out for the Spartans. They are looking for 4 more. So Meredith Kellum, the first baseman, see if she can extend the inning here. Change up, finds the zone. So Kellum grounded out and was walked in her 2 appearances. As that one stays out of the zone out of their batter's box. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Fastball upstairs, 2-1. That one's going to stay out of the zone. 3-1 for Gatehouse. She takes a little bit of a trip around the circle, gather her thoughts, get a little chalk on the hand. Try to throw a strike right here. And that is going to be in the zone. 3-2, full count, 2 outs. Gatehouse, absolute dominance in the circle today, with a little help from Fantone. That's going to be picked up by Russo. Throw him out. So she retires the side in order. Tampa will come to bat, try to add to the insurance. And we will be back top of the 7th after this commercial. And we are back. Top of the 7th, 5-0 for Tampa Spartans, leading off Devin Hammonds. That's going to fall in for a strike. So Tampa looking to push for game 3 here. That one's going to be down low, ball 1. That one's going to be popped out to the third baseman. So DeSimone comes to the plate. She is a potential game 3 starter. Or it could be Gwen McGinnis. That's going to be upstairs. That's going to be inside. 2-0. That's going to be upstairs. 3-0 for DeSimone. That's going to be strike 1 right down the middle. 3-1 count. That's going to be strike 2, full count to DeSimone. Started off 3-0, find yourself 3-2. That's going to be blooped out to center field. And she does not catch it. So DeSimone gets a hit to center field. Find yourself on first base. As that brings up Hannah Yetter. Chloe Bangs with a diving attempt. Does not secure the ball on the way to the ground. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1. Bunt attempt, pulls it back, gonna be a strike. Big strike right there. Yetters was trying to launch that one to the scoreboard, it looked like. It's going to bring it to a 1-2 count. That's going to be popped up into the infield, playable for the first baseman, as she does. DeSimone back to the bag. 2 outs. Flip the lineup card to the top. Going to bring up Lily Keister. So last chance for Tampa to add some insurance here before Galehouse takes the circle. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Lined right over the third baseman's head, out of reach. Going to extend the inning. Lily Keister with another hit for the day. So that's going to bring up Lauren Fantone. So 2 on, 2 out. 5-0 Tampa Spartans. That one's going to fall off the plate. 1-0. Auburn Montgomery looks in the dugout, checks the wristband. Breaking ball, finds the zone, throws it away. DeSimone and Lily Keister will advance. So that's going to be a throwing error on the catcher. As she was trying to catch DeSimone kind of napping on second base over there, taking her time. But Auburn Montgomery pays the price for that. Shot to third, picked up, scooped, and side is retired. So we're coming up to the last chance saloon for Auburn Montgomery to close it out in this series. They got to score 5 or we go to game 3. And we're back here live. Bottom of the 7th. Tampa 5-0. Closing in on game 3. Galehouse in the circle. Ready to send them. As that one's going to be fouled. 0-2 count. Tampa needs 3 outs. Auburn Montgomery needs 5 to play. 6 to win. That's going to be fouled off as we get a redo here. That's going to be fouled off. Out of play again. We have Faith Wee taking the honors of the leadoff. That's going to be rolled over and out at first. Abby Solt takes it unassisted in a foot race. So, 1 out, 2 to go. That brings up Ariana Machado, the second base. That's going to be a strike right down the middle. Galehouse ready to send her team to game 3. Change up, misses the glove of Galehouse, picks it up, no throw, as that is a smart play just to hold on to it, not throw it away. I don't think you get the runner. Galehouse, if she had a half an inch bigger glove, probably catches that. Looks like it went right off the tip. Nonetheless, nothing to worry about at the moment. You got the double play. That's going to be blooped into right field. Picked up, thrown in. Runners second and first, 1 out. Auburn Montgomery finding late life here. That brings up Chloe Bain, the career college hitter of a career batting average of .430 over her course of college softball. Tampa gets in the circle, say, hey, you're pitching good, Galehouse. Unlucky events. It's time to go get them. Let's eat a little lunch and go to game 3. As that one's strike 1. That one's going to be chopped. Going to be the play at first. As they say she is out. Her foot was on the bag. Auburn Montgomery was saying no, she was not. So 2 outs, 1 to go. I believe roughly 30 minutes to 45 after this game, we'll be starting game 3. You can find us on the network here. 0-1 count. That's going to miss up high. So we're going to have a 1-1. A nasty changeup by Galehouse right there. So we're going to go to a 1-2 count. That's going to be chopped. Russo picks it up, fires the first, and the Spartans will go to game 3, Super Regionals. Lauren Fantone, the defensive hero. Mariah Galehouse, Alexa Russo, Lily Keister brings the offense to life to send the Spartans to game 3. 5-8-1, the Spartans box score. Auburn Montgomery 0-6-1 box score. So we will be back here in roughly 30 minutes for game 3. I believe they will coin flip, or I don't know how the home team will work. I believe it's a coin flip. But nonetheless, Spartans moving to game 3.